Hey, and a massive Kapal, Liz Benny back here with the Happy Millions Show, and I'm coming in hot today. I hope you are ready for some energy, some activation, some fun. I don't know, maybe some inappropriate jokes said along the way as well, because hey, I'm Liz Benny and that's how I roll in life. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Liz Benny. I'm a happy millionaire. This is the Happy Million Show, which means it's all about helping you build a business and a life that you absolutely love, but not at the cost of the things that matter most to you. So this is all about helping you have it all. And the reason why I put the show on is I've seen a lot of people make 7, 8, 9 figures and then literally be some of the poorest people that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like people who have gone through divorces, they've become diseased in their body, drunken themselves to oblivion, and they went after money. And there's nothing wrong with going after money. I love money. Okay, I absolutely love money. I love making money. I love helping people make money. But here's the thing: is that money at the cost of the things that matter to you is poor. Okay, so this is all about helping you build a business and a life that you absolutely love, but it not having you kind of like go, what just happened? Like I've got tons of money, but dang, I feel poor. So anyway, we're going to have some fun in this particular episode because, oh, dang, I've just had such an amazing time lately, and I just want to spread some joy and some love and some energy around the world with you all. I just did a 10K race in the weekend. I participated in the Christchurch Marathon, and it was just one of the most exhilarating, gorgeous, amazing experiences. I've never run in a race. I had never run in a race before, and it was just such fun. And I've only actually been running for like 3 or 4 months. So I'm pretty proud of my time, to be honest with you. I did a 10K in 54:58 for the runners out there. And it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. So I'm definitely going to be doing a half marathon and a marathon in the future. But it got me thinking about like, what is wealth? What is kapow? And like, as I was out there, quote unquote, pounding the pavement, I got thinking about you and about how there are so many people in the world who are business minded, who are entrepreneurs, and who are, really striving to create a better life for themselves, but don't really have a framework that works for them to be able to create an aligned business, something that is true and right and real for them, and is creating a current situation and a future situation that feel yummy. That was a technical term. Yummy is a technical term. It means, I don't know. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of help you out a little bit here with and talk to you about the KAPOW framework, because I really do feel like it is going to be something that when you see how this framework fits into your life and helps you get more out of your life and helps you be more of yourself and have more things that matter to you. And I'm not meaning possessions necessarily, but experiences that matter to you, fulfillment, freedom, fun. Anyway, so I just want to talk with you a little bit through the KAPOW framework. And it's changed thousands of people's lives already. And I figured that I'd maybe help change your life here too. So kapow is a word that kind of came through me. It is a framework now. It has been a work in progress for, I don't know, like a great many years now. And it started as a word that when I say it came through me, I just started saying it. I started to see people's faces change after I changed it. It was like they lit up. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I could see people smiling. I could see people, they literally had a physical shift in their energy in their body when I would say kapow. And they're like, phew. It was like I don't know, as that went up their butt. I don't even know what happened. But anyway. It was incredible to watch the activation. And after like a couple of years, people used to say to me, okay, Liz Benny, you're the queen of kapow. What does kapow even mean? I'm like, oh crap, now I need to put a human label on this thing. And that was kind of confronting at that point in time, because I was like, well, I can feel the energy of it. I know it helps people, but what is this? So my wife and youngest went away on holiday for a little while. And then I was at home looking after the dogs and just having a staycation. And I loved it. I remember going, okay, it's time. It's time to really understand what kapow means. So I closed my eyes. I grabbed a whiteboard marker, closed my eyes, and stood in front of the whiteboard. And I said, show me what it is. Like, show me what KAPOW is. So I wrote KAPOW on top of each other down the left-hand side of the whiteboard. So then I started with K, and then the only word that came through from an intuitive standpoint was connection. And I was like, okay, well, I know I'm dyslexic, but I even know that kapow is a K and C, a connection is spelled with a C. And then it dawned on me in that moment. I was like, well, this isn't going to work, or maybe it does work. Like, because if it was my intuition that was telling me what the K actually meant, then maybe there's a reason why the word K came through, or connection came through. And the reason for that, my dear friend, is that sometimes in life we have to break societal rules that don't work for us. We're entrepreneurs. Societal rules are work hard, 9 to 5, like Monday to Friday. I mean, most entrepreneurs, like our brains are on most of the time. We're looking out, we're creating in our brains. Like, we don't do Monday to Friday 9 to 5, and if we do that, often we're off, doing Saturday and Sundays as well, because it's our life's work. It's what we do. It's how we show up in the world. Now, I don't work many hours, but I'm processing a lot of information all the time. So that's what I mean by that. I certainly don't work the hours that I used to. So connection is how it all started. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's a K. Okay, cool. So now we have to break societal rules that don't work for us. This is great. This is amazing. And then the A is alignment, P is purpose, O is ownership, and W is wealth. Now, wealth is a funny concept, and I'm going to walk through each of these for you because I just wanted I wanted to go from connection to wealth super duper duper quickly here for you. And I'll go a little bit more in depth on each of these as I go. But I want to talk firstly about the reason why we have to break rules at the beginning to get what we want, which is wealth, right? But here's the thing, is that wealth for you is not wealth for me necessarily, right? A lot of the time in society, we are taught that wealth equals our net worth. Wealth equals our bank balance. Wealth equals how much money we're making revenue month on month on month. And I'm here to let you know right now, I've spent a lot of good time with incredible financial entrepreneurs, financial coaches. And there are a lot of people out there that are making a lot of money from a revenue standpoint, and their net worth and their bank account are not reflective of that. So let's just be really honest right now and reframe what wealth actually looks like, because wealth can be peace of mind. Wealth can be connection with your significant other. Wealth can be your children and you getting along in the most beautiful, soulful way. Wealth can also mean financial wealth and financial security and freedom and choices and abilities and the safe, beautiful, incredible luxury car and a gorgeous mansion. It can mean all of these things. It just doesn't mean the bank balance or the net worth spreadsheet. So that's why I go all the way to wealth, because I don't want you to go out there and build a business that is what your mum thinks you should do, or your dad thinks you should do, or you think society is telling you to do. Like, your wealth is your wealth, and your ability to define your wealth for you and then live in alignment with that truth is fundamentally important for KAPOW to work for you. Because there are a lot of people out there who go into the KAPOW world and they're like, oh crap, like I don't want to do it the way that I've done it anymore. I really don't want to, and they show me the businesses that they've created and they despise their businesses, even if it's making them a crap ton of money, because they hustle to create an income that they feel like they're in a cage. So wealth, true wealth, is the ability to live life on your terms, financially, spiritually, religiously, like whatever your belief systems are. And being able to do that, that's where it's amazing. So now that I've kind of explained, like, K is connection and W is wealth, and I've kind of told you that the next one's A, so K, alignment, purpose, and ownership. It literally is a pathway, right? If you want wealth, it's a pathway. Now I'm going to go a little bit deeper here soon, potentially, because I'll talk a little bit about the fact that I used to think it was a pathway and just a pathway, like, oh, you want wealth and you go KAPOW. But what I realized is that it's literally a circular pathway, because we're always doing this. What is wealth? What is wealth? Like, where am I going? Well, I need to connect, align, live with purpose, take ownership, and then I have more wealth. So it's literally a circular pathway. And if you want to see it from a spiral standpoint, you're literally like going up the spiral mountain to your beautiful peak of, what life looks like for you when you quote unquote have it all. And a lot of people have probably checked out of this podcast by now, because it's probably maybe a little bit esoteric, maybe a little bit deep. I don't know. Hopefully you're enjoying this right now. But I want to talk a little bit more about how going through KAPOW or KAPO gets you more W. And I want to start now back at the K. Because there are actually four main connections we as entrepreneurs deeply need to have in order to live in order to feel like we're living as ourselves, we're living in our truth, we're connected to positive forces in our life, not negative forces in our life. So we're able to lean in and live with more faith over that fear-based concept that a lot of us are being spoon-fed through the media right now. So let me explain. I was about to put 3 fingers up here. Let me explain the 4 connections. And you don't have to have all of these connections at top notch, like 10 out of 10, in order to be able to live an amazing life. But I want you to be mindful of these connections and ask yourself genuinely, how am I doing in terms of these connections? How am I doing? How am I showing up? How am I being? Actually, is a way deeper question. How am I being with regards to my connection with God, spirit, universe, whatever your belief systems are? And I massively respect that many of the people that listen to me are a Christian, a Mormon. I have a lot of Christian and Mormon followers. And by the same token, I have a lot of people who would class themselves as spiritual and woo, and don't necessarily see themselves as necessarily religious. So I just want to say that your belief systems are your belief systems, and I massively, massively respect those. So back to the connection side of that. In my experience, having watched a lot of people make a lot of money who don't have a connection to a higher power, their intuition, their higher self, etc., they get to the place of, oh my gosh, I've got all this money. And then there's no depth to that. There's no purpose. There's no meaning. There's no sense of I'm here doing God's work, or I'm here on my soul's mission. And sometimes it can feel incredibly lonely to have made it all, but then not feel connected to any higher state. So in my experience, when a person is able to connect up at a soul level to a higher power, spirit, universe, whatever it is, and then they feel that rhythm and that, oh, this is yummy. Oh, wow, I'm not. And then they start to feel like, I'm not alone here. This is amazing. This is incredible. And it's amazing to just watch that one connection to come online, especially for people who have been incredibly logical and incredibly linear in how they've made their millions. And they come over and they're like, oh my gosh, like I'm on. And it's like they turned on in a different way. It's amazing to watch and amazing to witness. It's like the light bulbs come on and they're like, oh wow, there's more to life, and there's more depth, and there's more love, and it's amazing. So that's one connection. The next connection is the connection to yourself, the connection to you here, whoever you call yourself, whatever your name is, connection to yourself and your self-identity. And when your self-identity is like, this is me, this is who I'm in alignment with this identity, this is me living my truth, then you're able to be like, oh my gosh, yes. And your body you start to feel in your power, right? So a lot of people have actually lived externally in their bodies, like out there. And then they're getting all of their meaning, all their sense of purpose, connecting to things and people outside of themselves instead of connecting to themselves. And when they connect back into their own power, again, it's like another light bulb comes on, and it's amazing to witness. They're like, oh, I know who I am. I know where I'm going. I have clarity. This is amazing. So those are the first two connections. We've got two more connections to talk about. I don't know who we is. I think it's, me and all my friends in this room right now. The next connection is connection to your inner community. This is your spousal relationship, your connection to like a community that lifts you up and holds space for you to walk through the valley of doubt and to stand on the peak of your mountain, and can hold space for you equally in both of those moments. And it's critically important to be able to have someone or a community or something that can hold space for you in both of those moments, the valley of doubt and at the peak. Some people are good at being able to like hold space for you when you're in your valley, but they don't really want to celebrate you when you're at your peak. And some people are only, sunshine friends, and they're like, oh no, I can't help you down here. But being able to have a community, be it a church community, be it a entrepreneurial community, be it a spousal, relationship, but you need someone in your world, not need necessarily, I don't want to say need, but having a connection to a community around you. Again, it can literally just be your spousal relationship. It doesn't have to like be anything else, but that connection to other people that are like us, that are moving in the same direction, that think like us, that eat like us, that run like us, right? So me being a runner now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm connected to all these people who are crazy nutbags, and they get up at like ridiculous times in the morning and they put themselves through this thing and they go, why am I doing this? And then they love the high at the end of crossing the finish line. Hi, I'm a runner. This is what I do. So that's the third connection. So just backing up the truck here a little bit. So we've got connection to God, Spirit, Universe is number one. Connection to yourself is number two. Connection to a community is number three. And if you're an entrepreneur, the next connection is critical. And it's the ability to connect with empathy to our customers and understand that our customers are experiencing life in a certain way. And your ability to connect with them through messaging, through language, through leadership, etc. I mean, people are like, how do you make so much money, Liz? I'm like, I help people understand who they are and step into their truth. And it's literally like being able to help people feel like you understand them at a really, really, really deep level is one of the most intimate relationships ever. And I often hear from people, they say, oh, Liz, you were the first person that truly ever saw me. And they love being seen. And just that, like, and these are my clients, these are my friends, these are my customers, these are people that have been in the Kapal community for a good period of time. And I say that to say that when you click in that regard with your customers, business is easy. Okay. Now, for those of you watching me on the video version of this podcast, we've got wealth over here. And for those of you listening, like wealth is on the left-hand side. And then K, right, for connection is on the far right-hand side. Now, literally, if you think of this as a pathway, a circular pathway, the next thing after connection is alignment. Now, alignment is a very catchy phrase out there in the marketplace at the moment. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so aligned. It's amazing, which is it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. And I don't mean to like throw rocks at people using the phrase alignment. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's a difference between alignment in your head and embodied alignment, which is when you are activated as that person. It's just how you show up. You are being your truth, you're acting your truth, you're stepping into your truth. No, I'll take that back. You have stepped into an embodied version of you. And when you step into the embodied version of you, like you get to the point where it doesn't freaking matter what anyone thinks of you. You are just your truth. And when I say it doesn't matter what anyone thinks of you, what I mean is the naysayers, the potential haters, the reasons why maybe you hadn't done it, you hadn't gone out there into the world and done your big thing yet. It doesn't matter when you've stepped into your embodied alignment, not just alignment, embodied alignment. It's like water off a duck's back when someone says something, because you just know who you are, you know where are you going, and you're taking responsibility and leading yourself. And then you're living with what we would say is living with purpose. And when you're living with purpose, you can have what might be to others, one of the most boring businesses in the world. Okay, so let's use the example of an accountancy business. Okay, so to a lot of people, sorry for the accountants right now, but to a lot of people, the whole concept of having an accountancy business would be one of the most boring things in the entire world, right? But when an accountant is living with purpose and leading a team of people who help entrepreneurs through the harrowing times of taxes with empathy, with love, with joy, so that they can get out there and, be more of themselves to their customers, that's an accountant that's living with purpose. That's an accountant that is more likely to get more customers because they are leading with empathy and they know their stuff and they care deeply about changing the lives of their customers. It's not just about like, oh God, I've got another client. It's through the accountancy work, they're making a difference in the world. Okay. So living with purpose, oh my gosh, it's such a different feeling to just doing the mundane, boring crap, right? Now, the next one, the O. The O of Kapal is where most people don't do the work. And it's where you have to literally take ownership for your life, ownership for the fact that things might have happened to you, ownership for the fact that, if you truly want a deeper, richer experience in life, it's on you. It's on you to take responsibility to become the person that gets the results that you say that you want. And that might mean healing the trauma. That might mean um, that might mean walking away from key relationships that you've had in your life that literally are dragging you down, toxic relationships. What's true for you is true for you. There are things in your life that if you want something, it's likely that, or if you want to change, I'll say it a different way. If you want to change in your finances from, let's just say, I'm just going to use a silly example, like $100,000 per month revenue at an 80% profit margin, or let's just say 100K at 20% profit margin. And if you want to shift that to 200,000 at 50% profit margin, things are going to need to change, right? Things have to change. You might need to become a better leader and lead yourself better and lead the team better and hire the person that the other version of you was scared to hire. A lot of the time, we are literally just one bold step away from our gorgeous, amazing life. Like one bold step. And when I see people making these bold steps, like I've got a client of mine right now that has been wanting to really get her coaching company going, and she's just taking the most incredible bold steps at the moment. She's just collected, or she's due to collect actually, $40,000 in revenue. And it's just through like her living her life, stepping up, creating a clear offer, and doing things in the most incredible, amazing way. And she's got a 7-figure company as well as this amazing, incredible coaching company. But she's being bold. She's taking aligned action. She's embodied. She's literally walking the Kapal pathway. And it's beautiful to watch. It's absolutely beautiful to watch. So this is where I say to you, if you want the W, and this is why I started with W, because it's easy to go, oh, I need to, it's easy to get bored halfway through the KAPOW framework because you're like, I don't want to. But if you actually go, okay, what does wealth look like for me? What does it look to live a beautifully deep, rich, wealthy life? And then you can be like, oh, wow, I want that. Yes. Well, how do you get there? Connect, align, live with purpose, take ownership, and that's it. It's literally the most simple thing in the entire world. And I wrote a whole book about it. And somewhere around here, you'll be able to grab my book for free. And by the way, when you do grab the book for free, make sure that you do the exercises in the book. It will change your life. I'm a happy millionaire. If you want to become a happy millionaire and live life on your terms, just grab the book for free and do the exercises in the book. Please definitely do those. Okay. I guess that's it for today. I really wanted you to kind of know here that I've sat here for a great many years going, I'm free to do whatever I want. The world is my oyster. And there are so many people out there that don't feel this level of freedom, and they don't have this level of fulfillment and this level of fun. And it dawned on me that this whole idea of kapow, it literally is how I live my life. I live a kapow life. And by the way, for those of you that are going to go ahead and grab the book, there are 2 bonus chapters in the book, which actually teaches you not just how to live a kapow life, but teaches you to go a little bit deeper and live with kapower. And I know that sounded very cliche, but you'll love it. It's incredible. It's amazing. And yeah, my friend, that's about it right now. I want to keep these podcasts nice and short, easy to consume. I know that Tony Robbins had his catchphrase for a great many years, and he would say something along the lines of, "Go out there and live with passion." And I just want to say, you know what? Like, I don't want to live with passion, because passion actually is pain. I think the origin of the word passion is pain. I'm like, I don't want to live with pain. I want to live with kapow. I want to live with kapower. And I want to kapow the ever-living crap out of life and help as many people along the way to do the same. So I love you. I love you. I love you. Grab the book. It's all yours. It's absolutely free. And I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye.